Okay, I thought I would do a video about the new Toritaro interview. He says some really interesting things. It's not going to go over the entire video, but just the really interesting parts. So first, we're going to go, it's, by the way, this is on the DragonBallOfficial.com. I'll leave a link if you guys want to see the full interview and go over it yourself. But I memorized some key parts of the interview and some really interesting stuff here. So first, Toritaro, he says he came up with a lot of the stuff for this arc and then got approval from Toriyama. So the new Namekians, Dragon Balls, the Tarambo, these were his ideas. And he says here, it's very funny that he didn't think he had the authority to do this, but Toriyama was okay with it.
あと新しいドラゴンボール、あとその新しいシェンロン、いろいろ入ってきて。
And some of these captions may not be ideal. I don't know how good the captions are on DragonBall.com. I'm not exactly fluent in Japanese either, so I don't know. But this is very interesting stuff.
踏み込めない領域っていうのがあるじゃないですか。僕の立場
He's like, I can do this. I can come up with a new dragon, new Dragon Balls.
新しいドラゴンボールっていうのも僕の立場からだとなかなか踏み込みづらいところだったんですよ。
It's so funny.
でそれを先生からポンと出してもらえるのは
It is a big deal. Like you're coming up with new Dragon Balls, and the dragon is so OP. It's 2 Dragon Balls, unlimited wishes.
そう感動ありましたね。
It's really nuts.
そうそう。今回やっぱそうこういう状況なんで。
And then there's another key part of this interview I found very interesting. Around, I think it's like 10:20. So he's talking about Maki and Oil, and he says that they're comic relief characters. So that whole thing where I was joking about them being Team Rocket, kind of true. They're comic relief characters. Only Elec and Gas are serious characters in that game.
そうですね。オイルとマキがコミカルを一応。
He goes, we're depending on those two for comic relief. And then there's some, we get some more interesting stuff in this interview here. The power scaling. So, he basically says, he wanted to show that Goku and Vegeta got stronger since the Moro arc and how strong Granola is from his wish. And he talks about how there's still people more powerful that Goku and Vegeta have to surpass. And one of the characters that includes is Broly, which may be a surprise to a lot of people. And I noticed a lot of YouTubers aren't bringing this part of the interview up.
もっと完璧があるんだよっていうのを16巻の前半で言わせてもらって。
いやまだまだあそこから高める余地があるんだ。
まだまだですね。僕はだって上にはウィスさんもいれば、
まだビルスがいますからね。
ウィスビルス、
あとブロリーもいるし、
大神官もいますし、
ね。So you catch that?
ビルスで上にはウィスさんもいれ。
He goes, there's plenty of room. Whis, Grand Priest, and then it goes, of course, Beerus, then Broly. And show image of Broly here from the movie. The manga version of the movie.
ウィスビルス、
あとブロリーもいるし、
大神官もいますしね。
本当なんか
So that implies that Broly is still stronger than them, or that Broly got a power up or has been training somehow. He's been training with Shilai, we know that, but he's been doing some other training, and he's got more powerful over on Vampa. So that's really interesting. And it makes a lot of sense, because if Broly was weaker than Goku and Vegeta, why exclude him from the last 2 arcs? They could just have him show up, get his cheeks clapped, and that'd be it. The fact that he's not in these 2 arcs shows that he would throw a wrench in these arcs, that he would defeat Granola, the Heaters, he would maybe defeated Moro as well, so they had to take him out of the situation and leave him on his planet with Chilai to do his training, because he's just too powerful, or at the very least his potential as he fights is just too much, so they're saving him for later. I don't think he's going to be a villain, though. I think he's going to be a rival. And they'll maybe have him fight against a more powerful villain that Goku and Vegeta can't defeat. And then he goes into who's stronger, Goku or Vegeta, with Vegeta's current form. And he makes a few interesting comments here.
どんな風に
Pay
変わったのかっていう
close
ところを
attention to the
いや
caption.
そうですよね。だからなんか悟空だけ身勝手に極意を覚えてて、
はい
ちょっとずるいなっていう感じがあったじゃないですか、その中でやっとベジータがまた
そうですね
追いつくっていうのはまたちょっと別かもしれないですけど、
そうですね、はい、
ちょっと新たな力を手に入れて、
はい、
これ本当どっちが強いんだっていう、またベジータと悟空の力がなんか拮抗した感じがしていいですよね。
そうですね。どんな感じの
確かこれね本当に語ったら結構ネタバレになるから怖いですよね。
まあかっこいいんでベジータかっこよくなってってるんで、本編の方もVジャンプの方。
So he's basically like, oh yeah, Vegeta, he's seriously cool. Go check out the next volume. He's basically saying that because he doesn't want to answer the question, and he wants you to go check out the next chapter, the next volume. But based off what he's saying, we can imply that at least Vegeta is equal to Goku. But the fact that he's very careful with his words, it means that Vegeta might get screwed in the next fight. So maybe we shouldn't get our hopes up too much based on his demeanor. But it's, you know, it's an interesting comment. It's definitely something to talk about. So I'd say the most interesting part of this interview with Toritaro is what he said with Broly, because that means that, you know, everybody's been sleeping on Broly. Everybody's thinking like, oh, you know, Ultra Instinct, Vegeta's new God form, Beerus, you know, they're beyond Broly. Apparently Broly, he's just as much a challenge, or close to just as much a challenge to overcome as Beerus, maybe even Whis. So you know, there's definitely going to be some, I'm sure a lot of Broly fans are going to be excited about, and hopefully Broly is included in, you know, the next arc or so after this whole Granola situation, after they defeat Granola Bar and the comic relief characters Maki and Oil, and put down Elec, their leader, and Gas, which Gas isn't that an unfortunate name for a villain, you know, or any character. But hopefully Gas is interesting. He seems like he might have some potential. But yeah, this is a very interesting interview. Sorry I haven't been making videos recently. I've been sick, and it's really hot. It's really hot right now. I'm recording this. I'm going to do a video on the new leaked sketches that are out. They're not full panels of Vegeta versus Granola. Because it looks like Vegeta might actually get the W this time, but again, I don't think we should get our hopes up, especially based on the way Toritaro is acting here. It seems like Vegeta hasn't surpassed Goku, or he's equal to him, but he's going to lose somehow. I mean, Goku lost, so it makes sense. But yeah, thanks for watching this, and I appreciate, you know, all the likes, and yeah, peace out.